This is P and we're back. This is P and we're back. May 2019, May the 11th to be exact. Saturday. Tomorrow's Mother's Day. So shout out to all the mothers out there and everyone getting a chance to be with their mothers if possible. And everything else that the weekend has in store for you all. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe now. Hit the notification bell, that way you can stay up to date with all my latest unboxing videos and review videos. Sometimes I do little throwback videos as well, because sometimes it's good to see content from the past that you might have missed, or for instance, if it's a sneaker and you're becoming a first-time sneaker collector, or just like the entertainment of the sneaker culture. That way you can see the previous releases. Bear with me a little bit. Got the sore throat, allergies is crazy. Just picked up the Zyrtec today. I was taking little Dollar Tree sups and they never did work. So today I picked up the Zyrtec. Had a funeral to go to this morning. But anyways, enough with the ramble. I know I'm behind on this release. You see in the title. I actually ordered these May the 4th and got them Wednesday. Today is Saturday. Every day I thought I was going to be able to bring you this content, and I see everybody else has theirs up. But hopefully if you're a fan of my channel, or you just happen to type it in and mine pops up, that you'll enjoy my video as well. And maybe put it in one of your favorites playlists. So, enough of the ramble. We're going to unbox this. It's straight from Nike. Like I said, ordered Saturday. I'll tell you a little bit about that experience. And as you can see, the box is brown, and in the last year or so, they've been, almost a year, they've been including the Nike swoosh on the side of the box, along with this black Just Do It tape. Some may like that, some may not. Think about if it's a present, or you may have some nosy neighbors or whatnot. You may not want them to know that you got a pair of kicks, or you swore to your chick that you would never buy any more Jordans this year, and she got home early and called you. But and people might be like, how does that make sense? No, you get the Jordans, hide them in the stash. If she really don't keep up with shoes and you break them out, she's like, they're new. He has thousands of them, unless she does her research, or vice versa for the sneakerhead chick out there, because we got some that goes crazy hard with the sneakers. I'll be checking out some of the posts on Instagram and YouTube, and of course with some of the female sneakers, they got the crazy colors, especially for the spring. With that being said, it is some Jordan 12s coming out for the women, and they just had some ones like black and white with some crazy materials that I forgot to set my notification to even check them out. But right now we have the Bred for 2019 Jordan Bred 4. And this release had a lot of hype, even last year, and maybe a little bit in 2017, when it was talk about this being re-released with the Nike Air on the back. And I'll get into what that means for people that don't get it. Nike Air on the back. All right, so we'll break that down in a few. But right now we have the cement on the bottom. This is the Jordan 4 typical box. The black lid is gem red or infrared or bright red or whatever you want to call it. Jumpman, image of Michael Jordan. Flight right there. Little information on the bottom. We got the little bass air tube right here for your subwoofers. I went true to size, 9.5. Air Jordan 4 Retro. Yeah. And it's going to be black, fire red, cement gray. Retail for $200. Now, just uploaded a throwback video last week of the white cement in 2010, the Jordan 4 white cement, and it actually retailed for $220. I'd almost forgot about that. So that's crazy. But this one retailed for $200 plus shipping, about 208 bucks, or taxes. So if you got taxes and shipping, maybe 220, 219, or something like that. And we're going to open them up. This is my first time seeing these in person. period, except for one time. I'll tell you about this story. Ooh, I smell the material, or maybe the glue from the box. See how the black paper? Oh, these are crispy. Crispy, crispy, crispy. And I'm going to be uploading a lot of videos of these. I don't know if I'm going to do it on feet, considering the fact that this is my only pair I was able to get at the moment. So I would like to keep them dead stock. But I might. Who knows? Alright, so that's the box. Let's see if we can get this somewhere in the background. Or if not, I'll tell you what, it look like this for now. Over here. Alright, so y'all saw the box. Now with the shoe. Woo. My expression is woo, and I don't even do that. Alright, so as you can see, this is the Bred. Bred means black and red in the sneaker community. With the Jordan 1s that was introduced in 1985, Jordan's first year with the Chicago Bulls in the NBA, coming from North Carolina Tar Heels, the Carolina in blue. So when he signed a deal with Nike, he got a team of designers that helped build the shoe, and throughout the years, it's Tinker Hatfield, so that's why you're hearing his name a lot. You've been paying attention in the last few years if you didn't know before. And this is a Tinker Hatfield shoe. The Jordan 4, which means Jordan 1 in 1985, Jordan 2 in 86, the 3 in 87, and the 4 in 88, and really 89 here. So, once again, I might be skipping something. 1 in 85, 2 in 86, 3 in 87, 4 in 88 to 89. So I think it's like the 89 year, I know for a fact. So maybe the first year was at the end of the season. The shoe is crazy. So this is an original, which is called OG colorway, which means Michael Jordan actually had this shoe and actually wore this color. Black and red, Chicago Bulls jersey. Those are the Chicago colors. That's the team he played with throughout most of his career. After his second retirement, he played with the Wizards. So Chicago Bulls, he actually stayed with his team. No link-ups. Only linked up with Scottie Pippen and a couple others. But was the leader of the Chicago Bulls team. Now let's take a look at the shoe itself. So on the bottom, you got that cement gray. You have the Nike Air, or the Nike with the Nike swoosh on the bottom. Woo, good catch. We have the stars across the front. We have the herringbone traction. We have this nubuck material across the toe box area. As you can see, this hang tag or keychain, which was iconic in 1989 when this shoe released. I actually think the Jordan 3 may have had a hang tag as well. I'm almost for sure that it does. But this hang tag is a little bit different. It's flat plastic. Got the Nike Air with the swoosh on it. You have this air unit right here. Air window, air bubble. Nike Air visibility in the shoe where you can actually see it. And it just looks cool as style. I remember being a kid when these shoes released. I didn't have them, but one of my friends in particular did. I mean, he was always up on style. And as far as that year, I was really just studying at that age, clothes a little bit. I really wasn't pressed. I was more still like into toys and video games and things like that. But something about these shoes stood out. With the hang tag, you start collecting cards, baseball cards. Even if you're in elementary school, you're watching sports a little bit, or you got a basketball goal, or playing with your friends, and you start seeing it introduced into hip-hop music. And I was like, these are crazy. I don't even remember like the Jordan 1s, 2s, and 3s, but I definitely remember the Jordan 4, and that's in the cement colorway. So the hype for the shoe is the Nike Air on the back. Let me give you a little history. The shoe came out in 1989. It retroed, which means was released again in 1999, 10 years later. Here in 2019, 20 years later, it retroed again with Nike Air on the back, Nike Air on the bottom, Nike Air keychain, and Nike Air on the footbed of the shoe. So the insole is red with the Nike Air in black. Jumpman on the tongue, Air Jordan behind the tongue. Now, these retroed again maybe like in 2008, 2012, but Jordan had his own brand. So he's with Nike, but he has his own Jordan brand as well. So when he started releasing shoes and retroing shoes, a lot of shoes was under the Jordan brand. So on the rear, you would have just a Jumpman. On the back, on the tongue, on the keychain, just a Jumpman. On the inside, a Jumpman, and on the bottom, a Jumpman. Now, when I say that, this is my first time having this shoe in hand. The only other time I had one in hand of the Bred, because they sell out and they don't sit on shelves. If they do, it might be a crazy size. It was years ago before I even started really collecting Jordans. I had just started earning extra cash at that age and being able to start talking to people about sneakers. I had sneakers, all the dope ones, the Deion Sanders, the Bo Jacksons, Air Flights, Air Maxes, and all of that. But I really wasn't paying attention to the J's because I knew they was expensive at the time. And so I was at a shop that had replicas, but everybody was getting them, but it still didn't click in at the time what it was. And I had a pair of these in hand, and I changed my mind and swapped them out. I asked the seller, could I swap them out for the white cement? Just because I really like white shoes better than black shoes. These go crazy. Like this is a 9.99. But when I do my comparison video, I'm already telling you ahead of time that the white cement I actually like better than these. And as far as quality control, like the craftsmanship, this is paint. So this can peel. Hopefully with the technology and paint that's used in 2019, it will last. But shoes do deteriorate, especially if you wear them a lot. So the soles on these used to actually deteriorate on the 3s, the 4s, the 5s. So this paint looks good. This nubuck / Durabuck material looks good to me. Now they released some Jordan 4s a few years ago called the Jordan 4 Royals. Like between January and February, I guess, of 2016 maybe. And I got 2 pair of them. And they had a longer suede material, so like you were brushing and it would turn a little bit lighter and then a little bit darker. It wasn't a great quality. Like there's so many different textures of leather and Durabuck and nubuck, but I really wasn't feeling it. These just looked at solid black. Hopefully it picks up good. It goes crazy. Imagine these with black jeans, black shorts, black jersey shorts, gray sweatpants, gray joggers. Even white jeans, blue jeans, dark blue jeans, but I would probably say gray joggers is gonna go crazy. In the summertime, black shorts, black jersey shorts. If you're actually balling these on the court, the insole is actually gray with red behind the tongue. And these little straps right here with the eyelids that the flat black laces go through. This is actually for ankle support. You got mesh in the midsole and on the tongue to lighten up the weight of the shoe, to make it really feel like Air Jordan lightweight shoe. Because this Durabuck material is going to have a little weight to it. You definitely want to go true to size. That means your original size with this shoe, in my opinion. So like I went true to size 9.5. But if I was desperate, I would have took maybe a 10 or even a 9. So yeah, this shoe is definitely awesome. Hope you was able to get this. Now looking at resale prices, if you're a little late, or let's say you was in the military or didn't have the cash or out of town or just slipped on these. The resale on these is anywhere from, like, let's say you know somebody that sells, probably $250 up to $329 right now. If this was 6 or 7 years ago, these would be flipping anywhere from $350 to $400 or $500 guaranteed. The cement floors are going for anywhere between $375 and $475 average. If you want them legit. So now these are stock lace. I will loosen them up if I wear them. They won't be tight like that. Some people might like rocking them tight like that. I'm not knocking it, to each their own. You got the Breds on. One of my friends, she actually wore hers to work the other day, like the day after release, and said she's putting them right back in the box to preserve. So me, mine is going to sit on ice for a while. In other words, keep them dead stock. Now, my experience with ordering these just for kicks. So it was like Saturday, May the 4th, they released at 10 o'clock. I knew they was releasing. So I'm on my mobile device in the parking lot of the Dollar General because I was like, okay, one of my friends had to go in, pick up some stuff. Then one of my friends passed by and pulled over, and I talked, and I was like, hey, I'm getting ready to order something. So I'm already waiting. I got the notification up. I wasn't trying a bunch of stores because at the most I probably would have copped 2 or 3. I definitely wanted to secure one. All right, so I'm with Nike, trying to get this shoe. Once again, the Jordan Bred 4, and it never would go through. It was just pending and spinning. So I went out the parking lot, inside the store, found my friend, used their phone. They actually have an account. We were standing side by side. We both had the Galaxy S10 using the Verizon reception, and it's jumping in the store. It was pretty packed. So it's like in a snack aisle or something like that. And theirs actually went to the pending status. Mine never would go. So even when it says pending, you're next in line. You got to keep an eye on it with Nike, because it may kick back out to where it's either sold out or you can try again by clicking once the price is highlighted after 10 o'clock. So it stayed for pending. I took that phone plus my phone and went into Dollar General bathroom. Mine still never would go through. So then I went out the store, into the car, and waited, still working on mine. Mine never went through, but my friends did. So I was able to secure a pair. Never did on mine. They actually sold out. And this is like 29 to 30 minutes later. I think it was like 10:29. I was able to secure one pair. And like I said, based on reception, I wasn't able to go to other retailers at the time. So I was happy just to get one pair. I wish I could have got 2, another pair to flip or another pair to rock. But I was happy with this pair, at least after waiting a year and thinking about it for months and weeks. I was able to secure this pair. So, you know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. They sold out that, I know definitely that afternoon and the next day, of course, after the afternoon, or after that evening. But they were still available like in sizes 15, 17, and 18. But as far as average sizes or smaller sizes, that was gone. I heard they had kid sizes in some stores still available. But hopefully you was able to get your pair. If not, spend an extra 20 after the extra $50 if you got it. You really want the shoe. Save up, dig in the stash. Maybe get it from a friend or somebody you trust. And hopefully you can get this pair before the prices go up. Supply and demand. Yeah. And shout out to my friend Hunter. Check out Soles VA, SOLEZ VA. He's a sneaker reseller. Him and a guy named JJ. They go to most of all the sneaker cons. Check them out on Instagram at Soles VA. And yeah, check them out. And they just got some grants for a sneaker mobile. So a mobile sneaker, sort of like a food truck, but a sneakers mobile. And they're getting ready to do big things, real big things. So young entrepreneurs. We link up sometime, discuss the sneakers, buy, sell, trade, flip. But check them out. Check me out as well on Instagram. Same name that I use on this channel. Check out my post. If you're interested in copying anything, hopefully in the future I can get a web page up, market it, and promote it to get it popping. Because I got some heat, sneakers, also electronics, devices, clothing, apparel, all types of merch. Everything legit. But hope you enjoyed this video. Let's do a close-up. Yeah. I haven't rocked this in a while. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, so Chicago Bulls with the pinstripe jersey. This is Nike, a little throwback back in the day. Chicago Bulls. A shout out to my friend Justin that hooked me up with it. I think I copped this hat from Dr. J's a few years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Premium fit, Windy City. Shout out to everybody in Chicago, the state of Illinois. Yeah, I watch a lot of shows from Chicago, like the Chicago PD, Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, The Chi. So, you know, and a lot of music. There's a lot of great artists that represent Chicago. Haven't been there, but I have a first cousin that works with Kellogg's marketing out there. Shout out to Abigail. But yeah, let's get into it. Close-up visual. The Bred 4. Nike Air on the bottom. You got that hit on the rear with the Nike and the Air. Some people are comparing and pinpointing and nitpicking all types of different things that they don't like, but they're still going to rock the shoe and keep the shoe. I mean, when's the next time that it'll release? So it still looks good. Everybody knows what it is. It still matches up well. Nobody has the magnifying glass unless it's something crazy. Let me flip this tongue around, flip it around. That air bubble. Lots of other videos coming up. So check me out. You got your shoe tree on the inside of it. Oh yeah, it's good. Check these out. From back in the day, some cards I found. So first of all, we have throwback Michael Jordan, NBA Hoops, Slam Dunk, Champion, 87, 88. Comment below if you have this card. It's not really worth much, but it's pretty cool. Slamming with Michael, pause that, check out that info if you want. And then this one, I had some more, but I found these first. This is Upper Deck. Michael Jordan. And what else does it say? Breakaway. Threats. With the Bulls jersey on. Card number 438. Check out this expression. Alright, so we got that. And once again, close up on these, little visual. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Definitely appreciate it. And when you do, when you comment, I always try to comment back. As long as it's that love or constructive criticism. Hopefully not a lot of that. Yeah, let's see what else I can do. this outro. As far as those Jordan 1s that release, the Travis Scotts, I took an L on those. But I didn't start trying until I forgot until like 10, 14. So I'm not really that upset. Although I would have liked to got them to review them. Maybe flip them. Make some extra ends. Some extra Lucchini. Campbell 98. But it's all good. Comment below if you was able to get those. Jordan 1 Travis Scott collab. But this concludes the video. The Jordan 4 Bred. Peace.